What's up, people? I'm Singh here, and today I went to the University of Sydney to go to the Ancient History Nicholson Museum. And while I was there, I thought it'd be a really good time to check out my friend's Umidigi A3 Pro and his camera. So I just asked it for him, and he gave it to me. Shout out to Akash. And yeah, I'll just like be talking about some of the camera samples I took. So this is the in-depth review of the camera of the Umidigi A3 Pro. So to begin with, this is a photo that was shot like in a cloudy location. Today was a really good day for photos because I had cloudy conditions. I had bright conditions, yeah. So at this time of day it was cloudy, and as you can see, it's exposed the sky pretty well. It's blown out a bit of it, but it's got the clouds. The building at the back has a lot of noise in it, but if you're looking at the image as a whole, you really can't notice it. It looks like a decent photo. Some blurring and over sharpening can be noticed here, and there's like a bit of noise, but like yeah, overall for a mid-range photo phone, it's pretty decent. Obviously, once I fix lighting, it'll be a bit better. Yeah. That's a photo with Adobe Lightroom editing. Uh, this is a photo of a clay tablet I was holding, and it's a blur photo. As you can see, it's got all the details like really nice. There's not a lot of noise. It's screwed up a bit of edge detection over here around the edges, as you can see. But like it's kept the center of the photo in focus. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Moving on. This was another photo I took of the clay tablet, this time without the bokeh, but because I was so close, it has applied its own bokeh. But the edge detection is pretty good as always, and the photo looks quite good. Everything's exposed correctly, no problems here. And these are just some random photos I took of random artifacts. This is an indoor low light shot, and it actually looks pretty good. It's made the image really bright compared to what it was, and there are some cooler tones. So what I've noticed with the Umidigi A3 Pro here is that all of the photos I took, they're like really cool. They're like they're not natural at all. Like they're just way too cool. So you have to edit it a bit to make it warmer and more natural, but it looks nice, and the photos look pretty bright actually due to its wider aperture. But this one is actually kind of screwed up the exposure. So this is a photo of a something, I can't remember what it's called, and as you can see, it's like overexposed completely over here, and it's applied a huge vignette to the face. This is actually a pretty poor photo, and that's something you're going to notice. Like most of the photos shot with daylight in the background, this phone has a tendency to screw it up. And this is a bokeh photo, as you can see. It looks pretty nice. It's kept the center of the photo in detail. Once again, the Umidigi A3 Pro's edge detection is not that great. It keeps on screwing up just a tiny bit of the edges, and like, but it keeps the center of the photo always in focus. These are just some other photos I took. Now I'm just gonna do a this was an indoor video test for stabilization, and it was kind of low light, so yeah. As you can see, it stabilized it pretty well due to the Helio chip. It has EIS also, and because of the Helio chip, it has 1080p 30 frames per second, so it's stabilized. But it has a lot of focus hunting problems and a huge jelly effect here. As you can see, like way too many jitters in the frame. This is gonna be useful in my camera test. Yeah. So yeah. So for point and shoot, this camera is not that great. It takes some time to focus. So as you can see, these photos are coming out blurred. Some of these. This is a photo taken in really low light conditions, and it's kind of overexposed. This my miniature painting of Athens, the Acropolis. But the rest of the photo looks pretty detailed and sharp. Not a huge lot of noise. I don't know why there was a huge lot of noise outdoors, but like here, like there's not much noise. The photo is pretty sharp also. Now here I went into the pro mode and I adjusted the settings to warmer tones, and as you can see now the photo is properly got natural details, unlike the other one where it had applied cooler tones. but for some reason it keeps on overexposing like the brightest part of the photo. That area is completely overexposed there. Here I went in here I zoomed in, digital zoom 2 times, and it actually looks pretty good. I have to admit. That might be due to the higher megapixel count. I think it's got a 20 meg. I'm not sure, but yeah, digital zoom looks all right. This is an outdoor video test, and it's got a huge crop, just like my Nokia 5.1 Plus. But the footage once again is very stable. Audio quality is all right actually. Dynamic range is also pretty good here, as you can see. I'm walking down the steps, so it's actually pretty stable. 1080p 30 frames per second, obviously. So this was a photo taken like in a really bright condition. The sun is right there, so it's completely overexposed that part, but it's keep the rest of the shot in focus and exposed nicely, which is correct. But this camera is kind of hit and miss, and I took 2 photos, and the second photo came out really dark, so I don't know why. I think you have to like, in this first photo I tapped on the building, so that might change your results. This is a photo taken like away from the sun, and dynamic range is actually all right. It's pretty good. It screwed up this really dark part of the image, but like these parts of the image, they're like really well in focus. The image looks plenty sharp, and the sky looks pretty blue. However, there is a bit of noise, as you can see. And this is a front-facing video test stabilization.
So I'm saying here again, this is front-facing video test for stability.
And it's got a huge crop.
There's quite a heavy crop, but dynamic range is quite alright. Please judge for yourself the audio quality. It's cropping into my face quite heavily. Just the high dynamic range and exposure.
Audio quality is alright.
It's making my face quite a bit dark.
And these are some selfie shots. Again, away from the light, so these actually look pretty good. It's got the entire thing in focus, and yep. So these are some photos. Sorry Fiona. So yeah, it's a photo of a person, but it's overexposed her face completely. The bokeh mode actually looks pretty nice on people here. Edge detection is really nice, as you can see. These are some other photos I took in daylight conditions. So it's the dynamic range is actually pretty bad here. It's really dark in those areas, and yeah, but it's kept the sky looking pretty nice and sharp. Back to indoors, and I was taking some photos of like vases and ancient artifacts, and it's overexposed these objects a lot. Like I remember that I could see the details really clearly, but the white parts are completely overexposed of these vases. Continuing on, this is another indoor video test. So yep. Now they turn down the lights a bit, and although it's stable, the jelly effect is really bad here. Exposure is also not that good, as you can see with some of the objects, like they're completely overexposed. And this is another photo, and it's completely overexposed again. But details are sharp, and this is a short running test, and yeah, this is my last. So once again, it's actually really stable, but there's a lot of focus hunting problems. So that was my review of the Umidigi A3 Pro's camera. Thanks for watching. This is Om Singh, and I'm signing out. Peace.